So what is document cracking? Well, document cracking is the process of opening files and extracting content. It's an alternative and cooler sounding term than document extraction. So why do we even need the term document cracking? I don't know. Some marketers got clever, and so I just want to make it very clear that these are the exact same term. I also want to establish that when we're talking about a document, we're not necessarily limiting ourselves to the concept of text. It could be images, it could be video, it could be audio. The idea is that we're representing our data as a document in this term, but it's data extraction or document extraction. The reason we say document is because we have a format and we have to get that data out of that document format or that format that is not exactly what we want to work with. So why is document cracking important in the context of LLMs? Well, let's talk about two kinds of LLMs that we have. So the first we have is GPT-4o. The O stands for Omni because it's multimodal, which we'll talk about in a moment. We also have GPT 3.5 Turbo. And so what are the differences between these two models? Well, GPT-4o is multimodal, meaning it understands via multiple modalities. Yes, I know the terms are getting really complicated here, but modalities is like saying senses. So imagine you have the sense of smell, the sense of vision, the sense of taste, and these LLMs have their own senses or modalities, and it's how they understand input and what they can produce as output. And so GPT-4o can understand images and text. If you've ever used ChatGPT and you've uploaded, or you've asked it to generate an image or provided an image, it can describe it to you. It can output one. But obviously, it works with text. Now, GPT 3.5 Turbo, which is a older model, it only understands text. So its whole world is text, okay? And so we call this monomodal because it only has one sense or one modality. So now imagine that you have documents that you want to utilize the information of it so that we can make informed decisions or more interesting outputs from our LLM agents. So now we said when we want to get data externally, we use RAGs, right? Okay, but in order for this data to make sense, we need to turn it into a format that it's going to understand. And this is where we would pass it to a parser. And so the parser would output it in a format that it understands. So if we have a PDF, right? Yes, PDF is a text document, but GPT-4o cannot open a PDF and it cannot make sense of it. So we need to open up the document as it says up here, right? And extract the plain text content, right? And then it's going to go to a RAG, which possibly is stored in our vector store or wherever, and that's going to work. Now, but remember that GPT-4o understands images as well. So let's say it takes images, but it doesn't take a particular type of image, right? So we could pass it to the parser, and it will turn it into an image that it's going to understand. Same with audio, same with video, right? And if it's audio, maybe we don't have audio over here. It doesn't understand audio, but we could turn that audio into an image representation of its waveform, or we could turn it into some kind of plain text format. Maybe it's notes or other things like that. Okay, so just understand that it's going to turn into a format that it can interpret. If we look down below to our monomodal friend here, all it understands is plain text. So if it's a PDF, we open up the PDF and we extract out its text. If it's a video, this could be transcriptions, right? It could be extracting out all the spoken text or the captioning. If it's an image, I'm not sure. If it's audio, we described it there before. But the point is that it's turning into raw plain text data that will get interpreted by the LLM. And so a parser is used to convert data into a format the LLM can understand. I know it sounds very similar to the word transformers, but the term here is parser, and maybe transformers could be an interchangeable term. There are many open source tools, some simple, some complex, some that are utilizing LLMs themselves to transform or parse that information. But understand that this is a huge challenge for a lot of RAG pipelines. Is how do I get a document format into the format that I need for my LLM to understand? Okay.